What was the reason you decided to do the energy audit and get the work done?
Well, the main reason was the amount of money we were spending on utilities, both electric and oil. And the fact that, even with that, it wasn't adequate. There were hot spots, cold spots, everything in the house.
Mm-hmm. What kind of bills are you talking about? Were they, give me an average, what did you have going on?
Average electric bill was $500 or $600 a month, year round. Oil bills in the wintertime were $500 or $600 a month during that time. So we were paying $1,000 to $1,200 a month total.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
When the home energy detective showed up, what did you expect?
Well, I didn't really know, but it was interesting. The first thing that was done was to depressurize the house and then really see how much leakage was there, and it turned out there was a ton of leakage, which didn't really surprise me. But so the first thing that was done was a pretty thorough insulation job done on the whole house. And what I elected to do at that time was to do that and then give it a couple of months and see what happened to our electric bills before we proceeded with the rest of the work. And over the next couple of months, our electric bills dropped 10 to 20% just with the insulation.
Mm-hmm. What was your next step?
Well, the next step then was to complete the whole job, and we got rid of the oil burner and consequently the oil tank, and they replaced it with two electric heat pumps, a 4-ton unit in the basement and a 2-ton unit up in the attic. So we've now got dual zone climate control. And then we had solar photovoltaic panels put on the roof, a total of 34 panels.
So what happened to your energy bills when that happened?
Well, during the summer, the electric bills dropped at least 70%. So instead of paying $600 a month, we're paying $200 a month. And then in the wintertime now, naturally with the decreased sunlight, the solar efficiency has gone down a bit, so the electric bills have gone up a bit more, but we don't have any oil bills. So instead of spending $1,200 a month total in the wintertime, now we're spending about $400 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a bad savings. $800 is nothing to sneeze at.
It's a lot, yeah.
So
Plus, with the better insulation and the dual zone climate controls, the house is quieter, and there's not so many hot and cold spots, and just overall the sound insulation of the house is much better than what it was before too. And it's generally a much more comfortable house.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about your experience after the installation in the kitchen, once we did the crawl space. Because I remember you called me at 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, and you told me something. Do you remember that? The first winter? You said it was the first winter you were
That I was able to walk down with in my bare feet and not freeze, and that was a new experience.
Yeah, that was a funny phone call. I was thinking, okay, what happened? At 6:30 in the morning, I'm like, something happened.
I think I was just leaving you a voicemail. I didn't expect you to be picking up the phone.
Well, the funniest part was, I'm in my bare feet in my kitchen for the first time.
That's right, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. Oh God, that made my day. I mean, when you get calls like that in my business, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's the best thing that could possibly happen. Now, so as far as the comfort goes, and how you're living now, compared to say a year ago or 2 years ago, what do you see as the biggest difference in how the house is performing. All right, we talked earlier about, you're saving a bunch of money, but how is the house performing for you now? I mean, how do you feel in the house?
There's not as much a difference now between the basement and the third floor. Before, there was one temperature in the basement, and the higher up you got, it got warmer and warmer until you got to the top floor, and then it was really warm. Now there's an even temperature throughout the house.
Is that year round?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plus the house is just quieter,
yeah.
notably quieter.
Yeah. Well, that was good. If you had anything to say to somebody if they were going to look at a project like this, what would be the thing to look out for? And two, what would be the thing that you could most expect to benefit from?
Well, the cost savings is the big one. The comfort level in the house is clearly helpful a lot. But it's also nice knowing that you're doing something green and that you're really saving a lot on utility utilization and that sort of thing.